The social media of our age is much often meaningless. People go on it for search and meaning that they cannot find in real life. It isn't social, it is parasocial and replaces the natural social behavior of humans in real life. When social media is used for networking, it is used as its proper tool, but few use it as such, even when they claim such. It's always used out of the lacking of presence in real life. An unpopular opinion this may be on social media in a world indulged in social media because it has been woven into the fabric of society. Technology, through these freedom forms of communication, has come natural, but provided an escape from the most natural, the most expansive, and unique. Television is among the worst of technology, for it serves no purpose other than mental programming and constant chatter and consumerism. Phones are second to worst, for they are dwarfed versions of intelligent computers, which people have assumed as a body part, completely unnecessary, following the same nature as social media. Indeed, social media will provide limits, echo chambers, and plainness over time, with more usage. Yet, there can be no abolishing of these devices in its contents among other potential harms, only consciousness about their impacts so not to be counterintuitive. One becomes dependent upon using technology as a means of expression because they don't see a proper place to express it in the real life. Thus their human emotion is left up in the air. People perceive words to their will, and no face is behind the words. Video games and computers are more dependent on humans for its function, and may help individuals immerse into realities of seeing more potentialities in the real world. These have independent natures of their own. My work is a matter of recognition, the only real teaching that isn't an ideology. As humans emerge in age, they will feel the need to escape social media as they ever see it unfit to truly share ideas of freedom or spirituality in any form, as well as creativity. One may make the case that social media combined with real-life efforts helps facilitate the greatest of awareness. And it does, but not without a cost. Everything in life is a transaction, not just an action. And if all is mind, our minds are therefore trading networks through neurotransmitters. We branch, we connect. It was only a matter of time till a platform was created in the technological world to express such. However, the closest the natural expression, the better the communication, the greater the understanding. This is important, therefore, for any conveyance. When one understands the nature of transaction, they know the nature of contract. They know the nature of voluntarism, of violence, of right versus wrong. The greatest transaction is that between you and the natural world because it teaches you about the unnatural world. In technology, I'm against technology. On technology, I'm with technology. Technology, just as man, can never be nature. It is the second government. Spreading freedom on technology is helpful, akin to spreading freedom in government, but the act manifests new or alternative technology, new or alternative forms of government, not limited to statism. Spreading freedom in nature is showing freedom directly, a transaction social media and technology can never provide, no matter how much it tries. I cannot show you nature either, just as I cannot show you truth. Truth is already inside you. You are already bound to nature. You simply must see it. That means taking the eyes off the screen and into the wild, the free. For if you lose that, you lose technology. Nature created it, with benefit to our choice. However, choice also implies freedom. Is there censorship? Nature is freedom. It is possibility. The only censorship is man-made restraint, including self-restraint. Therefore, if you lose the nature connection, you'll never be free, no matter how much you are on social media. It can never be social media that frees people. It can only be people that frees people, in nature through which they act. If social media is people, then you dehumanize people to machinery. If social media is nature, then the only skill of society is entertain semantics. All ever to be shared of recognition is entertain semantics. The truth to knowing truth. Lives in living. Social media is dead no matter how active it may seem. It is the illusion of life energy. We hold a belief that the words we see come from the person we see. Faith in the entire process, yet we proceed. Many take it as fact, among the many other externalizing factors people do when talking about the rest of the world, the news, or any government. Some people go far enough to build relationships unknowing of their reality, whether by people or words. Despite how unclear nature may seem to these people, it is clearer than any world if they live to see it. But most would rather live in greater proportion on technology than nature, even advocating for its replacement due to such. None shall advocate for nature's replacement of technology, as both nature and technology have their placement. It's simply knowing the transaction, what goes where, which action goes where, which concept goes where, what is the effect, why is the effect. It is ultimately knowing natural law. But again, it is a concept of nature, not of social media. A messenger, in the case of also any message or text, can only be a direction, and so I use my platform, as I do myself, in pointing to a path. The path is yours to take. I can't take it for you. I can try, but then you'd miss what's ahead, and I'd have to lag behind. The path wouldn't be understood by you because it wasn't configured by you. Your knowledge should not be based on faith, just as it should not be based on social media. It should be based on an ever-eternal universal nature, as it is the underlying base. If you seek change, you may seek all levels, and perhaps best of all, you may seek the level called real life, if you still know what it is, so that you may be of the real social network, the real social media, the unending, forever in memory, sensefully, energy enticing, transparent all. One can only be in faith that from this message or any works online, that people in real life do something about it or get inspired to. But the alternative to this is to simply do it yourself. At the very least, create the momentum or show it in progress and be the change. Your choice, your technology, your freedom. Will you do your best? Is social media or the internet really your best? For even I may write more than I act. This motivation and opportunity is shared. I speak from awareness regardless of my experience, for I am willing to admit to faults or the lack thereof and of potential acts, when faults can be good in the sense of this experimentation. Is your use of social media ever hindering your nature? Is it giving you an outlet to express? But are there better outlets? If you want to stay real, have something real and have it often. No illusion of it being real, have it real. Many want action, few actually speak of it. If they do, they shall make it clear and tell all and try, so to make it more clear for everyone else, to make it more clear for what really should be done. The fire comes with a spark, but that spark must persist presently and spread. Spark the light of life. It shines only through the lights in nature, never in the darkness or dread.